The 12 Steps and Alcoholics Anonymous. It's hard to study the power and impact of a change model that is focused on everyone remaining anonymous. Starting with Bill W., the 12-step change model is a personal change model that has spawned from Bill's need to free himself from alcohol addiction. It spawned not only Alcoholics Anonymous, but numerous other 12-step groups whose name almost universally ends with Anonymous. Obviously, this is a personal model for change, but the model can be applied to organizational change as well. Despite the religious overtones and the personal nature, the steps connect the Bridges transition model with the more formal and stepwise nature of other models. So what are the 12 steps? The full text of the 12 steps are recorded in the Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book and a variety of websites. I'm not trying to repeat that. However, what follows is a summary of the steps and their application to organizational change. Step 1, admitted powerlessness. Here, the key is that change is necessary because the existing behaviors aren't working. Step 2, trust in a higher power. This is acceptance that something other than us and our existing behaviors can help us to accomplish the change. The 12 steps are clear that higher power can be anything, even reportedly a doorknob. It's anything that you can trust to make things better. This step is about believing or accepting that change is possible. This is necessary since many addicts have tried to change on their own power and have failed. Step 3, turning over. This step is about trusting that change is possible. It's one thing to believe or accept that change is possible, and something entirely different to trust the change process. 4, moral inventory. This is a step about getting honest. Here, addicts are asked to make an assessment that is as honest as possible about their past. In the context of organizational change, this step is about being honest about the strengths and weaknesses of the current situation. Step 5, tell somebody. Behavioral research supports that you are more likely to commit to a course of action if you tell someone. In organizational change, Cotter focuses on the need to communicate. While personally, this step is about communicating where an addict has been, in a corporation, it's very focused on getting others to accept the real situation the organization finds itself in. Step 6, character defects. Here, the focus shifts from what was done in the past and what the current state is to what character defects led to the current situation. In organizations, this is a focus on what gaps exist in the organization that are limiting it or putting it at risk. Step 7, replace the defects. Knowing what the limitations are is a great start. Actively working to address them is more useful. In both individuals and organizations, this is about making the limitations hurt less. Step 8, list of wrongs. Addicts, by nature of their addiction, have harmed others. This step has them identify all those they have wronged. In the context of organizational change, this can be the way that the change will harm the employees of the organization. Step 9, make amends. For individuals, this step involves finding a way to make amends for their wrongs. For organization, this looks like finding ways to minimize the negative consequences of change. Step 10, daily inventory. Individually, this step focuses on repeating the self-assessment daily. For corporations, it's monitoring the progress of the change in terms of the metrics that have been established. Step 11, conscious contact. For individuals, this is staying centered and connected with others. For organizations, this is about working with the employees and their feelings. Step 12, take it to the masses. For addicts, this step is about serving other addicts. For corporations, this is about helping other change efforts in the corporation be successful and helping other organizations accomplish change. Recovered and recovering. 12-step groups are keen on reminding individuals that they're never recovered from their addiction. Instead, they are in a continual state of recovery. As a result, there's no finalization step. In human and organizational behavior, there is always the possibility of a relapse. Because of that, we are always reinforcing the desirable behaviors.